If you want to live 15 minutes within the city of San Antonio, but be away from people, these are 1 acre home sites, and honestly, it's one of the best values that I've seen in the San Antonio suburbs. It has a 1.4% tax rate. This is Enchanted Bluff neighborhood here in Garden Ridge, and the reason Garden Ridge is very different is they really do not like any development. So the fact that you have this new neighborhood that just opened the second phase, they're selling a lot. And normally in this price range, which is around $1 million, you don't get as much of the lot as you do as if you were to buy land and build your own custom home. But this neighborhood is very different because it has a video guard in the front. It has gates that do not allow more than 1 vehicle. And this is one of those homes that is not the model. This is a home that's actually ready to be purchased. So this 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath has flex room, has a dining room. So we're gonna show you everything that's in here. And at the end, we're gonna go over some of the other houses that are available that could be even better purchased. But I know this one is available and has already been discounted over $100,000. Honestly, I kind of know why it hasn't sold, but I will tell you later on in the video. So let me give you a tour of the house inside. First, we noticed that these double iron doors, and what I would recommend is actually not to do these 2 iron doors. You will never open up that second door, but what I do recommend is getting at least a giant front door, which is actually the same price as this double iron door with this builder. So we're gonna go inside and then go into the guest side of the house. So this is an ensuite. What's really cool about this price range is you can get a full bath in every ensuite. Now, it does have carpet, which, you know, some people like it, some people don't, just in the bedrooms. I'm not a fan of it. I don't think carpet should be in bedrooms because you will never find that kind of flooring ever again once the builder closes on it. So one important thing in the guest bath is gonna be that tile goes all the way up. If you're in the design center, you really need to get that all the way up because just in this kind of house, you really want the eye to be drawn up because you have 10-foot ceilings, you have 8-foot doorways, and it allows a lot of open space. And being that it's only a 1-story, you really want to be able to make it feel like a 2-story. So this entry room or office, flex space could be a workout room, but these top ceilings are really cool the way they did that. So it's basically painted wood. I don't love that boob light up there, but I think a ceiling fan would have been better, but you know, personal preference. And of course we come into this great room. This great room is really nice because it gives you not only the open space for the living area, but it opens up to the kitchen and also the entertainment room. That's becoming more common in these floor plans where you have the movie room right off of the kitchen. And then as we come this way, we could see the bar set up here with the sink, but it really has a nice flow to it. And then this is probably one of my favorite things about the house is the formal dining has cabinetry. This was cool back in the 90s and the 80s, but I would say it's coming back and it's coming back really, really strong. So you notice that the island is the same color as both of these. The contrast in color makes it really nice. It gives it a separate living space, which I think is really important. Also to point out, so these are fake, but these should open up down here. Oh, but they don't. So I'm actually seeing this house for the first time with you, so we can kind of discover these things together. So I would not get those fake cabinets. I would make sure that the cabinets go right about here so they can completely open up and definitely have some storage in there because, you know, unless you're 10 feet tall, you don't really need that much room in it. From what I've seen online, this floor plan has this secondary loft or living area between the 2 bedrooms. And then being it's a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, it does have a full bath and a closet here with, oh, see, they done messed up because the tile doesn't go all the way up. Now you can see the difference of when it does go all the way up and then when it doesn't. And I know it doesn't have to necessarily be in every room. It's probably in the entry room because of guests. But man, it's so worth the money because you're never gonna find that tile ever again. Even if it's popular, they always discontinue it or a different manufacturer makes it. So highly, highly recommend it. And then if you look at these baseboards, I'm just kind of pointing it out, it's just a guest bedroom, but these baseboards will have to be about 6 inches. If it's less than that, it just looks weird. So I would definitely not recommend that. So as I kind of take you around it, you could just see these bedrooms, but what I will talk about is the privacy in this neighborhood. So in particular, there's really no other development. So this city of Garden Ridge has an ordinance that it has to be at least a half-acre property. And there's really no apartment complexes. There's not a lot of restaurants within the city of Garden Ridge because it's more of a residential community. And fun fact is Garden Ridge used to be part of the city of San Antonio, but the citizens got together and says, we want out of the city of San Antonio. I don't blame them. So they actually annexed themselves out of the city of San Antonio. So yeah, this is the same thing. Tile's really nice, but you can tell, especially with that window, it should have gone all the way up. And now we're gonna go to the coolest part of the house, which is the primary. It's gonna be separate from the house. That's super important when you go through this house. You wanna make sure that the primary is completely private because you don't want guests to, see what's going on in the primary. Here we have carpet, which is honestly not the best in a primary, especially if you're gonna have some carpet. Guest bedrooms, definitely forgivable, but in this primary, not forgivable. I mean, you should not have carpet here. And then the bath, honestly, this is one of the better bathrooms for this builder. Drees Homes does build a good product. I mean, this is an inventory home, which means they already built it. They're just waiting for somebody to buy it. You can tell some of the texture items. What they do is they initially spray the texture and then they paint it, but the workmanship is really nice. I mean, especially those little details, it does make a difference because the project manager oversees it. Oh, look at this. I think I see a crack here. So you wanna make sure that all that's done. So you have toilet in the closet, you have tub, sink, and then this massive, massive closet. One of the coolest parts here is the elementary school, the middle school, and the high school is probably within 10 minutes of each other. They're different locations. And honestly, my kids go to one of those schools. And they absolutely love it. So that's why I'm a huge fan of this area. When there's an overdevelopment in luxury homes, I think that's where it creates too much inventory and that can cause problems. Also resales affected. But when you have new homes like this is really where the scarcity will benefit you because when you resell it, there's less homes for sale in this kind of price range, which is awesome. So we're just gonna check out the garage and that'll be the last thing. And then I'm gonna check out the back. I'm actually gonna tell you what to look for with this back lots and some of the trees that are dangerous and some of the trees that are really, really helpful when you have a lot like this. So we have pantry here, pretty decent size, could be bigger. That's what she said. And then this is the laundry room and then the mud room. And then garage, of course, everybody's favorite. Tankless water heater, which is cool, but it does take a little longer to heat up. And then you have your windows here, which is super nice. It doesn't have the epoxy, which after you move in, you should do. Feels better, looks better, and also super clean. So now we're gonna go outside and go over probably the most important part of the purchase when you're buying $1 million home here in South Texas, in the San Antonio area. Honestly, people love privacy. Everybody has the Texas dream of being on your own land and experiencing the Texas dream. Now, this house is under construction, which is you hear all the machinery and the bobcats, but what's important here is you have to look for these oak trees. These oak trees really do increase the value, and what doesn't increase the value is these cedar trees. So here, the cedar, what it does is it actually eats and drinks a lot of the water from the oak trees. So together, it doesn't do well. Now they did clear some of these cedars, which is good, but they do help, the cedar trees help with privacy because you have this like little shed looking thing over here, which is something to watch out for. A lot of these homes are also on septic. So these septic systems are cleaned out depending on the size of your family that lives here. They, I'd say once every 3 or 4 years. They come out, pump it, if you're not in a community that's septic, but all this community is all septic tanks. So it's something to watch out for. And if you're looking to move anywhere in the San Antonio area, I love to be the resource of choice. I call myself the worst realtor in San Antonio because I cut the sales fluff and just give you the truth. Thanks for watching.